Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is December the 1st, 2021. It is Wednesday, December the 1st, Wednesday of the first week of Advent. We've come to our last and final month of our civil year. However, it is the first month of our new year as a church, as a people of faith, as a community of believers. Coming to you this morning from the Labyrinth here in the Great Green Slope on this not as frosty and chilly a morning as it had been yesterday. So we're experiencing a little warm-up happening, which is odd for December and shouldn't be happening in December, but it's supposed to then get cooler over the weekend. So hopefully it'll get more seasonal as we move towards the end of the week and into next week. As Wednesday of this first week of Advent, we continue with the unfolding of God's dream and God's vision for us and our destiny as human beings. Again, a mountain in which there is a great banquet that is filled, which all people are called to. All divisions will cease. Everything that stops humanity from living to its fullest and living in the way that God had originally planned us to live, in fullness of life, in fullness of health, in fullness of joy, will all of a sudden be revealed. The most wonderful thing about Advent that we constantly have to remember is that it is not a penitential season. It is not a season for sorrow. It is not a season for pain, because Jesus is coming. Look busy, and if he doesn't find us busy, he's going to punish us and punish us and punish us. All of the readings are not about punishment. All of the readings are not about a God who is coming to fulfill with vengeance and some kind of retribution, but is a God who is fixing the problems that we ourselves create, because we are the ones who punish ourselves again and again and again through our misguided deeds and misguided understandings, misguided interpretations, and whatever you have you. It is a God who wants to heal that, a God who comes to fix things, a God who comes to build up and put back together what has fallen apart. It is not a God of judgment. Again, as much as we want to throw Matthew's vision of that judgment scene, in front of us, Matthew is the only one with that kind of judgment scene. If we look at Isaiah, if we look at the prophets that we hear in the season of Advent, we hear more hope, more healing, more of a God who wants to make things right in this world and wants to make things right with us, not separating sheep from goats, not separating the sacred from the secular, not separating what is in from what is out, but a God who gathers all together. The Gospels then begin to show us how God is doing that. Again, not just with the healings that happen in Matthew's Gospel today, but here is a God who feeds, naturally, a God who feeds what it is that we need to have satisfied within us, which isn't just things spiritual and things ethereal and things theoretical. It is true food. It is true drink. And this is what this miracle of the loaves and fishes show us. The ability of a God who responds to our basic human needs, a God who responds to what it is that we need to satisfy. Again, the first hunger in our life, the hunger for nutrition, the hunger to be able to wake up the next day, the hunger to be able to go on day by day. This is a God who does even the basics of things, the most basic of things. It's a God who delivers us from having to fear and worry about what will happen next. A God who sees what we need and basically gives us that resolve, gives us the solutions that will make our life more meaningful, more wonderful, more joyous, more incredible than we can imagine. This is the God who comes to us at Advent, the God who will come to us at Christmas, the God who changes the course of human history in our lives. To be able to recognize and welcome that makes us believers in this world and gives our witness something this world is in desperate need of understanding and embracing. And may the Lord give you his peace.